Chef John's Inc. with Frisch's Big Boy, and today we're going to make some big boy and bad boy sliders for you. But one of the first things you need to do is you need to dice onions, because as part of the sliders we're going to put caramelized white onion on top of your slider. So I'm going to show you how to dice the white onions you're going to need for this. So here's what you do. You take your dicer out of off the rack in the back, and you know, you take your dicer, dice all the way through. So this is how we do it. You know, this is how you're going to do it at home. This is how you're going to do it everywhere around there.
Whoa, 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 Jay-Z.
Yeah, Logan.
I don't have one of those at home, and I don't think the viewers will all have one of those at home.
You don't? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll show you another way to dice onions. You have a nice little cut like this, or a julienne cut, but you can need it for other things at home. I've always found that's one of the hardest things to do. That home cooks talk about how to dice an onion. So I'm going to show you today how to do it. First thing you want to do is you're going to get your cutting board out. I always like to get a damp towel or a paper towel to put underneath your cutting board. That's going to help your cutting board not move. That's important for safety. The next thing is to get the right knife for the job. So some of you are probably going to have a paring knife, something like this, or you're going to have a chef knife, something like this. So for a job like for dicing an onion, I always use a chef knife. Paring knife is just too hard, and you'll see here real quick when I start this. So we're going to get a diced onion just like that. You're going to have a stem end at the bottom, just like you see here, and this end. So the stem end is the one thing you want to keep intact. You're going to have that stem end slice off gently there, and then pull off more of that side. I usually like to have a bowl out near my cutting board so I can put my items right on there as well. I cut down right through the middle to the stem end. Peel that first layer off of your onion like that. And sometimes if the onion isn't so pretty and a little ugly, you may want to go one more layer down like we do on this onion here. So you expose a nice onion. You can put all your peel and everything aside. So on both onions here. So you'll see you've got your stem end right here at the end. And that's what's going to hold your onion together when you're going to dice. So what you'll want to do first, and you'll see that my hands are back. I'm using the onion to slice, I'm using my knife to slice through the onion in a horizontal fashion like this for a small dice. And you'll see these lines on the onion right here. Use this as kind of your guide to slice almost all the way through the onion back to the stem end back here. You don't want to go all the way through. You'll have a couple pieces fall out, that's fine. Next thing you want to do is, once again, with your hand back, slowly go through your onion like this and let the knife do the work. If you have a nice sharp knife that you can go to one of your local cook stores and find a knife that fits you and feels good in your hand, you're going to go ahead and dice all the way through there like that. You're going to get some nice small dice and you won't have to go back through it again. Now the one way you can always use this little end piece, instead of trying to keep it up like that and do it, turn it down on its side, put some more dice lines through it, and work your way around it to get the rest of that dice off. So you're using as much of that onion as you can. So you only have a little bit left at the end. You can use that to throw in a stew or a stock, or you can just discard, as most home cooks would do. So there's your dice. Now I'm going to show everybody too, we're not going to use a julienne onion in our recipe today, but if you're going to do a julienne and you want to get a result like this, you take that little piece of stem end there and discard that. Use these same lines on the onions you see here as your guide. And you can go as thin. And you see I've got, my knuckle is holding the onions there. So for thin dice like that, or if you are going to do something for the grill and you want to do, you can cut them a little bit thicker there as well. Now the one thing too I always like to suggest, when you get down to this piece, it's harder. Turn it down on its side there. Gives you a more flat surface. The more flat surface you have, the better off you're going to be and the safer you're going to be when you're cutting your onion. So you've got, in a pretty short amount of time, you've got some nice julienne strips, and you've got some fine diced onion. And now I'm going to show you how to caramelize the onions we just diced. So you've got your diced onion right here. I took my saute pan, I melted 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan. I'm going to go ahead and add my diced onion to my saute pan. And then you can take whatever type of seasoning you like. I'm using a seasoned salt here. I have to use a teaspoon over trying to sprinkle it on, because sometimes you may end up with a little more than you'd like. You can always add more at the end. And then I'll go ahead and stir that. And you want to do this on low heat. This is going to take a little bit. This is going to take 20 to 30 minutes on low heat. This is probably about 15 minutes in on low heat. This is more at 30 minutes in. So this is going to be more of a slightly firm onion, not quite as sweet. The more you caramelize them and take them longer, they're going to be more sweet and flavorful as well. So it just depends how you like your onion for your burger, whether you want to go more 15 or 30 minutes. And yeah, you want to do this on low heat, so you don't have to spend a lot of time watching. You could just stir it, and when you're all set, about 15 or 30 minutes, you'll be right here. We're going to show you how to get the meat ready for your sliders, whether you're going to do them on the grill or you're going to do them in a pan at home. So this is approximately about a 2-pound block of ground beef that you could buy at your grocery store, or you could buy our Frisch's right now. We have this for sale at our Frisch's, at our Frisch's Big Boy as well. So I'm going to turn this into 12 sliders. That'll make it about a 2.5-ounce portion of meat per each. The one thing I'd probably start to do is, is getting the right size. This meat is slightly frozen as well. So I'm making some score marks to give me, so I can go to 12. So here you're going to see this, like I said, this meat is frozen a little bit. I'm using those score marks after I mark it. And when I'm done, I'm gonna have equal portions for my sliders here. If you don't want your meat that much meat on your sliders, you want a little less, well, you can always cut these a little smaller, turn it into 16. So you're actually cutting it into 12. So you've got your 12 blocks of meat all set and ready to go. Now we're going to build our big boy and our bad boy sliders using our Frisch's tartar sauce and the caramelized onions you've already made. So the first thing I'd like you to get to do is you've got your beef patties, which you've already made or that you've purchased for your sliders. I've got all my ingredients here, being my slider buns already toasted, my pickle, my shredded lettuce, my caramelized onions. I like mine to be a little bit more firm, that's why I picked those, and then my pepper jack cheese and my American cheese. So first thing I'd like to do is I like to season both sides of our burgers so they get a nice, when you get that nice sear on them, they will also have that nice flavor coming through. So whatever type of season, whether you like a garlic salt, a seasoned salt, whatever you feel is best. I'm using a seasoned salt here. So I'm going to go over to my grill, whether it's an outdoor grill or indoor grill. Go ahead and place my burgers right on the grill. get those searing. And the key to that is once you get them on there, to leave them on and let them get a nice sear and cook all the way through. So now the next step in your process is you're gonna get your buns all ready so when your burgers come off the grill, you're all set to eat them, because you're not gonna wanna wait to eat these sliders. They are so delicious. So I'm taking off the top of the bun that I toasted already. So we're gonna make two different types of sliders here. We're gonna make our big boy slider using our Frisch's original tartar sauce. Go ahead and put that right on the bottom. As more or little as you want. You can always put a side container there as well for that. And then our bad boy using our spicy tartar sauce. And I like to kind of put it right in the middle, because when you set that burger on there, that sauce is going to spread all the way out. There's a little bit more of that on there. That's the good stuff. So take your one slice of dill pickle, set that right in the center as well. And as taste go, more or less, you can do that there as well. You got your pickle. Then you can say, I've already got it on the platter I'm going to serve it on. So you can take your shredded lettuce or leaf lettuce, kind of whatever you have. So when your guests or your family are sitting around, probably your family, they can just pick one up, add a little bit more lettuce right off to the side. It's all right if it falls off. Kind of makes a neat picture there as well, and plate picture there as well. So very soon our burgers are going to come off the grill. We're going to add our caramelized onions and our pepper jack or cheddar cheese, and then we'll put our lids on, and then we will enjoy. All right, so now we've got your caramelized onions that you've already cooked. And add some of the top of these to each one of your burgers. More or less, and you can have some of these on the side there as well. Then we're going to add our American and pepper jack cheese right on top of there. I like to let it just fold right over and encases that entire beautiful beef patty that we put on there that you are very soon going to be enjoying. So we've got our bad boy patties here on the right here, and our big boy there on the left. We're going to let that cheese melt up a little bit with the onions on there. Right to our platter, so it's going to come off your grill from outside, probably on your grill outside, or in a pan at home. All these have those nice seasoned caramelized onions on them, nice and juicy. And we're going to fill our big boy and our bad boy sliders. So you've already built your buns. You're going to go ahead and add your burger patty with your pepper jack cheese on this side. And sometimes the best tool you have in the kitchen is your hands. Nice clean hands, washed at home. Then you're going to take your buns, put those right on top. Look at these burgers, sliders. These look amazing. And that's how you make these two delicious sandwiches at home. You'll be able to find this recipe online at frisches.com. You can also order from many of our delivery partners, such as DoorDash, or you can visit one of our 100 plus locations in the tri-state area. And as we say at Frisch's Big Boy, right or wrong.